Let's get straight into it. First and foremost, I know what most of y'all are here for, the sizing and the fit. Normally, I go with a size 9 in just about every shoe, but with this one, I went at 9.5, so that's a half size up, and it does have that little bit of extra toe space. For the most part, you can go true to size if you want to. If you got a wide foot though, you definitely want to go a half size up because this is a narrow shoe. The toe box is mesh, right? So you see that? It gives you a little bit more room. It feels like it's more room than if the whole toe box was leather. That's good. But the shoe overall is still narrow all the way through. A lot of people always ask, do they need to relace them? How do you lace them like this? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. These I did not relace at all, and I've just been wearing them just like. And I really don't think you're gonna need to relace these for the most part. They're pretty comfortable from the get-go. I know what you're thinking. I know exactly what you're thinking. Will they make me as tall as Shaq? The answer to that is a 100% yes. You will be 7'1" when you put these on. That's it. You want to be 7'1"? Put these on. No, I'm just kidding. But you get about an inch of height out of these. I mean, you can see how big the air unit is on these. It's quite a bit there. If you put them on, sit down, and you stand up, you're gonna feel the difference when you stand up. Outside of 1 or 2 pairs of shoes that I own, Air Max 90s are honestly the most comfortable still. Some people don't like them. There's a lot of cushion on the uppers and around your heel, so you don't get that leather rubbing on the back of your heels or anything like that. I think they're at their best when you plan on wearing them for long periods of time. Like if you ever worn a pair of Blazers, Air Force Ones, Jordan 1s, anything like that, you know those shoes hurt after like an hour or two, if that. These, you can wear these for a long time for the most part and be good to go. That's because 1, it does have the air unit, and 2, the entire sole itself is actually a little bit more stiff than it is soft. It's like a good middle ground as to where like some shoes that are comfortable, like the Club C85s, that are super soft all around and like they feel good to walk around in for a little bit, but after a while, because they're so soft, you start to feel the ground beneath your feet. With these, they're so firm and they have a pretty thick sole, you don't feel it as much. Like your foot settles into the shoe pretty nicely, and because of that firmness, you never really feel the ground. Like you don't feel like you're just walking on the cement. And to put it simply, these shoes are really popular with nurses for a reason. Now, hold on. Sit down, take a minute and breathe before we get to the next part, the pricing. I know. I know. You sitting down? You sitting down. These are $130 retail. $130. $130. Now what's crazy is that Air Force Ones are only $15 cheaper than these now. That's wild. $15 cheaper than these? These got like 4 different materials on them. Air Force Ones are just all leather, and it ain't even a good leather. That's wild too, because for the longest time, these were like $100 too. Hell, they were $90 for a long time too. Times are changing, let me tell you. They kind of go on sale here and there. It's not very often, but it's pretty often that they go on sale. You just gotta catch them at the right times. It's usually during season changes. That's when everything else goes on sale. That's most of the time when you're gonna catch this specific colorway on sale. Now you can't go on resale sites like Flight Club and StockX and GOAT and whatever else you choose, but for the most part, I've seen them range for about $105 to again $130 on those websites. And if you can get them for $105, you might save like $5 because after taxes, fees, and shipping, sometimes you'll end up paying more even though that initial price was less than retail. If anything, add it all to the cart, see what the actual total is going to be, and then do the same on the Nike website or at your local Foot Locker or wherever and see how much it's going to be. That honestly might be the best place to go get a deal, is inside a physical store like a Foot Locker or a Finish Line, because if they got too much inventory, they'll put them on sale in that specific store. Now, before you go out and buy these, there are a few things that you need to know. 1, mesh is very hard to clean in general. It is not fun to clean. It's a bunch of fibers weaved together, right? And so dirt gets stuck under there, and if you scrub too hard on mesh, it'll pull those fibers up and you get like a bunch of fuzziness that you can't really do anything about on the shoe. Keep that in mind. Same thing goes for the suede panels here. This is all suede, the swoosh is all suede, but I think everything else is either mesh or leather. Me personally, I plan on beating the brakes off of these because they're so comfortable. They're all black, and I'll just wipe them down basically with like basic stuff. The other side of that is that there is an all leather version in all black, which means easier to clean. You can go to second resale sites and get them, but I haven't seen them on Nike.com in a long time. Finish Line, I did see had them, and Foot Locker also had a pair of the all leathers. You can also, again, just go check in your nearest shoe retailer and see if they have them there. And last but not least, this isn't really that popular of a shoe right now. Just this silhouette, this shoe, the Air Max 90, isn't really that popular. So hopefully prices stay where they're at, and they may go down. And as always, I will see y'all in the next